I can bet that you know someone who is suffering currently from infertility issues. Do you? Please stick around. Welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to have you here again. I recently thought about this, that this condition, PCOS, Polycystic Ovary Syndrome, is a relatively new development, I believe, right? When I say relatively new, it should be within the last maybe few decades, right? And it has not always been. But the good news is there is a fix, right? And just watch this video and listen to what the doctor says.
Absolutely. So PCOS, essentially you have an ovary. That ovary is making hormones. And when that ovary is stimulated by excess insulin, which is the hormone in the blood that helps us take blood sugar out of the blood and into the cells, insulin levels go up in the setting of metabolic dysfunction. We basically destroy our cells with our toxic food and lifestyle. The cells can no longer process sugar to energy. So the cell rejects sugar and it stays in the bloodstream. The body compensates by making more insulin to try and drive the sugar into the cell that's putting up a block because it's broken, essentially. That high insulin floats all around the body and does bad things all over the body, like drives cancer growth and also stimulates the ovary to make more testosterone. So you have women who are supposed to be making, estrogen and progesterone in very specific levels throughout the hormone cycle so that we can ovulate. And instead, insulin is driving the ovary to create testosterone, which totally disturbs the balance between all the sex hormones in the female body, and we don't ovulate. So you get these cysts that form because you've got an egg trying to basically ovulate, but instead it can't because the hormones are disrupted because of insulin, which is because of metabolic dysfunction, because of our food. And we get infertility because we're not ovulating. So
Lucky Charms leads over time.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%. It's
and this condition is reversible in as little as 12 weeks with dietary interventions. There is peer-reviewed studies to show this. If we get our blood sugar levels under control and our insulin levels under control, we restore the hormonal balance. And many women, all the symptoms will disappear and they'll be able to become fertile. And yet doctors do not learn. The average doctor is getting zero education in nutrition. And so they don't even see this. They reach for the clomiphene, the metformin. The treatment that the OBGYNs are giving to these women is a diabetes drug. And they're not talking about blood sugar. I started a company called Levels, which consumerizes access to a device called a continuous glucose monitor. There are so many women in our community who have PCOS, whose doctors who want to understand their blood sugar so that they can naturally heal their PCOS.
Yes, and have babies.
And these are not devices that they will give to, they'll only give it to late stage type 2 diabetics, even though we know that PCOS is insulin resistance, and that if we can monitor our blood sugar with this device and get our blood sugar under better control, it can absolutely set us up to sort of naturally heal. But it's not being talked about by the OBGYNs because doctors are not trained to see this.
This is everything, right? This connects everything.
Wow. This is the future of our species, right? This is fertility.
This topic, any woman dealing with infertility, this connects everything because the doctor doesn't know what case you just described. Look, we talked to them. They don't know. They did not learn the physiology of why people actually get this condition. And they eat what they kill. So what do they want more than anything? They want an IVF procedure. They want an invasive surgical procedure.
IVF?
Of course.
I mean, assisted reproductive technology is skyrocketing clinics all over the world.
From an economic perspective, it's a gold mine. If that woman goes on a keto diet, which is the best reversal technique for a PCOS ever studied, 12 weeks, they are robbing that doctor, just from an economic perspective, of tens of thousands of dollars for a gruesome invasive IVF procedure, which is a great procedure. But I think we all should agree, that woman across the table would love to hear that there's a more natural way and just the correct way to reverse this condition, which, by the way,
there are big time downsides to IVF.
And not to mention, if the woman doesn't heal the underlying metabolic issues, it's going to portend issues for the baby too. Like not healing the root, even if you get pregnant with IVF, which is wonderful if that can happen, if you're not healing the root cause issues of the metabolic dysfunction, that's affecting the fetus and affecting the mom's future risk of disease. So by ignoring this, we're just continuing to put people on this treadmill. This is what happened.
Wow. Just wow. You got that right? Like she just said, this disease, this condition is reversible in as little as 12 weeks with the right dietary intervention. See, the kicker for me is the fact that, even the doctors do not know this. Why? Because nutrition is not a part of what they're trained on. And that is because doctors today, conventional medicine today, uses or came about, and they use allopathy, right? Allopathic medicine. Before the advent of allopathic medicine, right, there was homeopathy. I think I've spoken about this in one of my videos before, right? Homeopathy is more of a total and a wholesome, what's called now, healing mechanism for the body. Now, back to PCOS. If this condition can be reversed in as little as 12 weeks, what are you waiting for? Can you please share this video with as many people that you know need it? Please. I found this video, this interview, I found it a few weeks ago, and I knew I had to save it. I saved it, and I knew I had to do this video, and I'm doing this video today because everybody needs to know. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I know that there are so many other women. I personally know one, not two, not three. And I know that you also know many others who are going through this condition, who are suffering silently. There is hope and help has come. However, are you willing to go all the way? Are you willing to do what is required to get the problem solved? I shared this video on my Twitter page, I think a few days ago, and because it was in response to a question that someone asked, where he was asking, oh, can you know more about it? And I'm like, I hope that you are going to go all the way. I hope that you're willing to give it all that it requires to get this done, because it's one thing to take a horse to the river, but you cannot force it to drink. You must, or whoever is involved has to take responsibility and then do what is required. Dietary changes, lifestyle changes, these are non-negotiable things that we must do if we want to be free from shackles of sickness and disease. And I'm praying for you. I hope that you'll take this decision. I hope that you'll do what is required. And most importantly, I hope that you share this video with the people that need it, the people that need to see it. Please don't hesitate to share it. It is good news, right? It is good news. PCOS doesn't have to disturb anyone's life going forward, right? The moment a secret becomes open, then it's no longer a secret, and then you can move on with life. You can get ahead with life. You can get the results that you earnestly desire. And I pray that God will crown all of your efforts with success, all of your secret tears. I pray that they'll be wiped away in the twinkling of an eye. The Bible says the truth shall set you free. This is the truth. I brought it to you. Please share it with everyone that you know needs it. If it's your first time seeing a video from me, I'm glad I've caught your attention today. Please check my page and watch the previous videos I've shared here. I have shared so much valuable information. I know that you'll find something useful in those videos. Please watch them and share with as many people that need them. Thanks so much for watching today, and God bless you. I'll see you again soon.